Sorry I'm late. Oh wait. Let me just turn off chat real quick so I can share, copy, close that, and at YT viewer. There we go. So I'm running a little bit late because I got caught up in the preparation. Long story short, I think there's not going to be enough time to focus on the pre-stream. So let's just get back into it. Yeah, before I continue this, I'm just going to do that, and then I will focus on explaining what's going on. So, this month's event is Draw Your Own Anxiety Demons, and that can be interpreted in a very loose way. I'll talk a bit about what my anxiety demon is and why, and just why. But yeah. Whew. So yeah, today won't be a very good talking day, just because I'll be more distracted trying to make this actually look good. And by the way I'm doing this means that it's going to not look great for like the first 90% of the work. And then near the end, it should hopefully start looking better. But until then, yeah, it just is what it is. Okay. But yeah, I'll try and remember to actually explain my process at various points throughout the stream. Okay. One thing is when you're doing something like this, a lot of what I'm doing is based on color relativity, not actual. Oh, I just realized I didn't finish the skin, which is I actually want to do this. So as a result, a lot of the colors that I am using for various parts, I'm simplifying the palette down to 3 colors per type of thing. So all parts of the skin, even though there should be a range of like a bajillion different colors, I'm only using 3 colors for the skin. And my family just got home. Hello. Oh yeah. Bye. Aside from that, I already lost my train of thought. Give me a second. Now might just be a good time to go like that. Yeah, here we go. That helped. Okay. So right now, let me see. The things I'm splitting to 3 colors are the skin, things that are hair. The shoes and hat I'm treating as the same. All purple cloth. The eyes and the lips and the vest. I'm having the vest and the pants be the same 3 shades as well. Yeah. So that just translates to a standardized midtone, shadow, and highlight. Which, even if the highlight of one area is darker than the shadow of another area, I still stick to that. And the translation works well for a more cartoony look, which is kind of what I'm going for anyways. Having that wide variety of color is more effective when you're trying to go for something that looks more realistic, but I'm not doing that. There we go. Merge with layer below. Okay. Yeah, and I'll just have this be an opportunity to also work on. When I started working on this, I was just doing each thing separately, but for some reason, as soon as I... Oh, hello, Misery8. As soon as I started the stream, I decided to change how I was doing it so that I'm working on the different shades first, which doesn't really make sense, but I've already started on that. So, oh, you know what, I'll go back to the way I was doing it before after this. Merge with layer below. Plus. In fact, now let me take the time to save and kind of showcase what I'm planning. But first, deleting everything. So my plan is to have... Okay, so my plan is to have... Okay. So, anxiety demon. What does that mean? To me, it is the embodiment of what gives you... What makes you nervous or gives you anxiety, or what you are not the most confident in. I'm a very confident person in myself, but one thing that I really don't like is the idea of people misperceiving me. I don't mind if people don't like me. You can hate me for all I care, as long as I feel like you hate me for the right reasons, as long as you know me first. So my anxiety demon is myself in every form that I don't want to be perceived. Every false image of myself kind of overlapping with each other and fusing with one another. That's going to be the anxiety demon. I have more things after these few layers. I have 5 versions of myself with a vest and 5 versions of myself with a jacket. And I just the reason why it's not going to look so great to begin with is because I'm not going for a high detail or even clean things. Like if I hide these layers, you can see here there's like weird blocks of color, and that's intentional because once I make each individual thing, a lot of it is going to be covered by like some kind of smoke, and it's going to have specific features glowing and prominent while other features are dimmed and hidden, trying to exaggerate the features that exemplify this personality I don't want to show off. So mostly a lot of facial features and maybe some components of the stance. So right now I'm just trying to make these high, not even high, but these somewhat these kind of almost detailed versions that I can clean up later. That's kind of the goal with that. Just to kind of explain what I'm doing. Let's just focus on this one for now. We'll do that. And why not? I'll also work on the highlights to the hair. Whoops. Here's that. Here's this. Okay. And yeah, so yeah, I am in college. I am a college student. I actually need to be. I need to be putting more attention into specific classes right now, but I do see my channel as somewhat of a priority, so I do want to make sure I get this stream out of the way. Also, I see the monthly event I host on Discord, link in the description, as a somewhat high priority, so I want to get this done. So as a result, I didn't want to skip this today. Gotta prioritize, and these are priorities to an extent. Obviously, if I was really struggling, I would put more emphasis on the importance of the class, but for how well I'm doing right now, I don't think it's such a concern I need to put my YouTube channel on halt. And hopefully that just won't happen. I'll do everything in my power to make sure it doesn't happen, but obviously there are always going to be factors beyond my immediate control. And yeah, those are the things that need to be taken into consideration, made account of. Here we go. Another note for anyone who wants to join the event, while I am always appreciative of people who share the context of their submissions, the nature of this event, the Anxiety Demons, makes it so that I'm hesitant to make that a requirement. So you don't have to share anything you're not comfortable with. It's meant to be an opportunity for everyone to kind of be supportive of one another in a community kind of mentality. Okay. Okay. Merge with layer below. Now let's just finish up this part of the hat. Just gotta grab that. Go there. That's not right. Go down. There we go. So is this making fan art? 1, 2. Yeah, just drawing the description. This isn't really fan art because I'm basically drawing myself, although I am my own biggest fan. But this is event art. This is artwork made for the event currently going on in the Discord. And anyone can join. Literally just go in the Discord and put your submissions in the art showcase channel. This month's event is non-competitive. We don't want to make a habit out of representing our own anxieties as competitive. We don't want to convey the message that one anxiety is somehow better than the other. That's not the intention. So we are not at all going to have this be a competitive event. It's just an event for having fun and participating in a community. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Here's that. Now I'm gonna cut out my mouth area from this before I put down the paint bucket tool. This part should actually be colored. Here we go. There. Let's see how that turned out. You see, I need the middle color, which I think is this one. There we go. That is complete. And yeah, the art showcase channel is not just for event participation, I should mention. If you just want to make artwork and submit it, that is more than okay. In fact, it's highly encouraged. I would love to see whatever project is you're working on, whether it be fan art or just like a card game you've been working on, or whatever it might be, some kind of OC you've come up with and is drawn out. Any and all artwork is invited, welcome, and encouraged. Here we go. This is for the highlights of the skin. Okay. It's not an exact science, I should mention, but you can generally do a pretty good job just eyeballing everything, trying to get a good comparison. Because what determines whether or not you want to put a highlight is just a comparison to the colors around it. It's how much contrast does it have and in what direction. If it's a lot lighter than the colors immediately around it, then it's probably a place for a highlight. And your human eye should be pretty good at figuring out when that's the case. Because your eye isn't good at finding exact values. The human eye is really good at finding relative values. Is it darker than this? Is it lighter than this thing that's right next to it? That's just how the human eye works. Because if I was going for exact values, then I'd end up with a situation where certain areas are just way too bright, like this arm, and other areas would be way too dark, and it just wouldn't really look that good. It would look even worse, I should say. So yeah, with this style, no need to worry about the exact values, just focus on the relative values. Today's stream might be a long one, and it might not. It'll depend on a few things. I'm definitely not going to be able to finish this today. I'd have to be insane to think that was going to happen. It'll be like a couple of weeks, to be honest, even if I am trying to shorthand certain things. What I'm doing right now, it's fine to kind of cheat your way through parts of it to try and get it done quicker, since it won't have that much of an impact on the end result, and there is a time limit. Every month, every event ends on the last day of that month. So there is a time limit. So yeah, that's why I'm just gonna cheese as much as I can. There's that. Here we go. A good friend of mine was pointing out that that's probably why I struggle with art in general. That fear of misrepresentation. Because art by nature is a very subjective, interpretive thing. So no matter what you do, there will always be some room for interpretation. Which means conveying the exact thing I want to convey generally is not possible. Do I have a favorite artist? Well, I mean, there's YouTubers I watch who are artists. I watch a lot of I watch a lot of Jazza, watch a lot of Drawfee. I would recommend Drawfee. Great group of people. They have a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess I would say that those are probably my favorite artists, just because they're the only ones I really watch. That probably qualifies them. No, I changed my mind with that. Okay. That's all the highlights for the skin, I think, done. And the highlight color that I've chosen, as you can see, is not that bright, because when it gets too bright, it becomes kind of distracting. And this is an example of points where it'll look kind of ugly, but you'll quickly see as I add in the middle tone that ugliness will very quickly disappear as soon as I do that. In fact, I might as well showcase it now. If I go here, And it's still not great, but it's many times better than it was a second ago. Hey Siri, do you have a favorite style of art? My name's not Siri. Style of art, if you were talking to me, that's a good question. I generally prefer what I would think of as like cuter art styles. Also, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to look at the base thing that I'm working on and delete. Know what I just realized? I made a mistake. I need to undo this whole area. Yeah. Oops. But yeah, so I can now delete this thing down to the lips. So all of those other parts have already been taken care of. So I can just do that. There's no real reason for me to do that beyond just wanting to have as few layers being actively taken up as possible. I think I made a mistake though. So let's also add back in that. There we go. I'm gonna quickly merge these back together. Who is it supposed to be? This is one of the parts of the anxiety demon, which is based off of my I don't know if there's a proper word for it, but just the fear of being not really misunderstood, but misconceptualized. I don't know the exact words. Wording is hard, I should say. It is not easy to word. Clean that up a bit. Let's quickly fix up the lips. Just gonna be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I like the style art. Do you like dark art or Renaissance art or pop art, or like is there an art? I guess comic book art is an art. Is there an art form that you're more attracted to? Not particularly, I don't think. Like the only thing I can really say is that I am not a big fan of modern art. Or anything that's overly interpretive. Like it can be nice, but generally I prefer things that are more concrete in terms of what they're supposed to be. Kind of speaking to what I was saying about my friend pointing out that that's probably why I can struggle with art sometimes. Art is inherently very interpretive. But yeah. Just do that. Go here. Grab the lightest layer. And if it sticks out too much, that's fine. Again, because a lot of the colors are gonna be pretty significantly changed. You know what I just realized? I forgot to put on music. Oops. Let me just go over to here, open that, and there. Hopefully that should kick in soon. A little bit loud for me. Let me know if the music's too loud. I can try and fix that. Every once in a while I forget to turn that on. can now delete it down to like here. One, two, three. Okay. I kind of want to get some of this purple out of the way. Again, just starting with the darkest colors and gonna work, well, not even work way up. It's gonna be, first I work on the first I'm going to do the shadows, then I'm going to do the highlights, then I'm gonna do the midtones. It's just an easy way of keeping track of things. And since I feel like the highlights and shadows need to stick out more anyways, it kind of makes sense to start with them, make sure those are the most exaggerated elements. What do you think of AI generated art? I actually have a video on AI generated art. There's a lot of hatred going towards it right now. I can kind of understand some of it, but people need to realize that a lot of the hate of the stuff put out there is not very honest. It's specifically made to make people upset. And I think people need to look at it more critically, because it's not there's problems with it, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as people seem to really want to make it out to be. At least in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is as bad as people make it out to be. But a lot of what I've seen are specifically tailored things where people are pretending that it's working one way when it really isn't. Music is nice? Thank you. This is the music I use for... well, it's the music I've been using for all of my streams. It's nice to have a bit of engagement. Okay. Here's this. Oh. Okay. Okay. Moving on up here. Again, sorry if I end up in periods where I am being particularly quiet. That is the problem with art streams. It's one of the reasons why I haven't had as many more recently. I tend to get caught up in them, trying to make them all... Well, I'm focusing on the artwork, obviously. That's the nature of doing something artistic. You want to spend more focus on making it good. Okay. If anyone watching this has any questions for me, do ask. It's good distraction from what I'm doing. So I do appreciate the little bit of engagement. It also helps me in terms of the YouTube algorithm and being more noticed. Being a character like a 3D sir definitely would give you... Would you give him a name? This is Zodiak. This is the character Zodiak. It already has a name because it's me. I feel like I already said that. Oh, the demon itself is an facsimile is a false version of myself. So, yeah. That'd be the more accurate way to put it. Getting caught up in the art is what artists do. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's I do think there's a lot of truth to that. When you enjoy the art you're doing, you're more inclined to get wrapped up in it. There are times when overlaying or like being able to see the previous things I've done on top of what I'm doing can make it confusing when I'm doing it in this comparative way, because I'll see that the highlight I put down is darker than the area around it, and I just have to remember that's the highlight I put down, and that doesn't change the fact that it's supposed to be a highlight. I really have to keep that in mind. There's that. Ah, up here. There. That's for sure. Like 3 hours could go by and you don't even notice it when you're making something. Exactly, yeah. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on that. Don't want to go past the like 2 hour mark, I think. Maybe I can go past that a little bit, but that's generally when I'm gonna want to really cut off today's stream. No worry, it's highly probable that I will need to work on this next stream as well, just because I really want to make this particular art piece look good for the event. since it's such a it's a pretty emotionally significant topic. So this is Demon Zodiac. That's the character. Yeah, exactly. This is the anxiety demon of the character Zodiac. That's a way to look at it. Here we go. Normally when working on something like this, I might play a video that's funny while I work, but doesn't really work for a live stream, does it? Anyways. Okay. That's why that's been confusing me. Okay. And that should be all the darkest parts of the skin. Now figure it out. In some areas it doesn't look great, but again, that should improve as soon as I get that mid-tone down. First, let's get the highlights of the purple fabric all figured out. Here we go. So yeah, the dark points, or the shadows, the highlights, midtones. That's how it's done. This is even not Demon Zodiac. This is Anxiety Zodiac. Yeah, Anxiety Demon Zodiac. Zodiac's Anxiety Demon. An embodiment of what would give Zodiac anxiety. That is kind of the point of this month's art event. Okay. Okay. Once I'm done with this particular anxiety demon version, I will show off the different ones that I designed and kind of explain what they're supposed to be representing. In terms of like how I don't want to be perceived, because again, the anxiety demon is representing perceptions of me that I want to avoid. It's how people could perceive me, but I don't want them to. Some of them I think are more effective at conveying ideas than others, and I'm probably going to end up struggling a bit with words, as always. But I can try. I can try. Okay. Let's grab highlight color again. There's that. And if not for this area over here, I would have the mid-tone layer for the skin be on the same layer. But I can't, so I won't. Instead, I will now go to the mid-tone layer of this. Kind of a weird shape, or kind of weird shapes are being made in this area, because it's very fluffy kind of cloth, I guess. At least that's what I found when making the model on Hero Forge. And I'm not sponsored, but Hero Forge is just really useful for my kind of artistic pursuits. Here we go. I am kind of trying to be quick and loose with how I do it as well, for a variety of reasons, but the big one is, again, time. I know I can take a lot of time when doing something like this, so I'm trying to learn to be a bit faster and more effective at getting things down. Trying to be less perfectionist, I guess you could say. I don't need the perfect angles for everything. I just need ones that are good enough at getting out what I'm trying to. Get close enough shapes. If the shape is close enough, then that's good enough. No point in getting anxiety over it. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Just doing a thing. I might take the break and work and show off the different things I made after the midtones of the purple. Just because kind of feeling the need to take that break. Getting a little tired of doing all that. So let's see. cool art piece I'm going to run. I think it's really cool to talk about and take on topical like anxiety demons. Thanks. Yeah, it's an art event. The link to join the Discord on which the event is being hosted is in the description. We host art events every month, and I have the people on the Discord vote to see what event we do. This month, the winner was Anxiety Demons. Sometimes these events are competitive, but due to the delicate nature of this month's topic, it's non-competitive. And yeah, join the Discord, join the event, submit your submissions. We would love to have you. Okay, let's take this moment to save before something goes wrong. I was actually pretty frustrated the other day because I'd actually started this pretty much as soon as the event started, and something went wrong when saving it, and I had to start from scratch. I just didn't have the strength in me to start over at the time, so I had to stop for the day. I forgot to do the thing. Oh well, I'll do it after this. But yeah, back at it again. It's just something that needs to be done. Yeah. Tell me about your anxiety demons. Whether or not you want to join the event, I think it would still be interesting to learn about the inner mechanisms of the viewers' minds. Okay, that should work. Let's see. That's depressing. What's depressing? I don't quite understand what you mean by that. I feel that it's actually somewhat hopeful. It's by working through it as a community, we can overcome our anxieties and become better people as a whole, supporting one another through community and compassion. At least that's kind of like the goal. Oh, that's not right. Again, these areas are going to look a bit ugly until basically the very end. Let me take this opportunity to clean up a little bit of what I can. Like that. And over here we got this. There we go. A little bit cleaner than before. The next thing that'll need another color will be all the clothing, which I usually put off to last just because it's the largest chunk of work, so it's easier when I can just go behind everything else. So instead, let's get to this belt buckle. That's annoying. Sometimes it gets a little bit wonky. Don't know what causes that. Okay. Ah, that freaks me out. Someone's at the door, I guess. I'll be right back. Oh, God. Okay. I'll be right back. Sorry to leave so suddenly. Please, someone not to leave me alone. Sudden break as someone needs my help doing a thing. I will... Oh yeah, that I had to start over. That was kind of depressing. I will be back. When I get back, I'll read everything. Panic. Okay. So a friend who has been moving is dropping off some stuff that they're leaving me and my household. So they just needed help to move that stuff in. I'm still doing that. I had opportunity to come in and drop something off. Figured I'd just give a little heads up as to what's going on. I'll be back. I am back. I am sorry that took so long. Where is my headset? Panic? Oh, there it is. Hi, puppy. Mushu is here as well, the poodle. He says hi. I am sorry for that. My friend, like I said, they are moving, and they are dropping some stuff off here because they're giving it to me and my family, which is very nice of them. They didn't want to say hi because they're very mean, but oh well. Actually, I think I can just do it like that. Here they are.
Just checking for him.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Fine. Hi, Poodle. Yeah, there's the Poodle. His name Mushu. He got very excited because the person showed up. Yeah. What a good boy. God, I'm out of breath. I tried doing it quickly because obviously I didn't want to leave you guys here for too long, but you know, sometimes things just can't go by quickly enough. You're stuck with whatever pace you are stuck with. That's okay. Hey! No barking, Mushu. Not right in my ear. That hurts. Both of my dogs are gone? Aw, sorry to hear that. Dogs are very sweet. Animals in general are very sweet. I also have a princess kitty, but she's not here right now. She, I don't know where she is. She's probably resting in the other room. That, or she's the bundle that I am noticing underneath my blanket, trying to ignore me. The highlights of the golds I chose are not particularly, not really giving it a shine, but that is intentional, because I don't want that to be what sticks out. So I'm choosing somewhat more diluted highlights for that. Also, I just realized that I couldn't do it here. I had to do it here because of reasons. Your first dog got ran over and the second one you gave away. That's always sad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. Dogs deserve better, honestly. They deserve so much more than we could ever give them. Okay. Let's also kind of just, here we go, cut out the interior of this. There we go. And I can have the mid-tone plopped down. Okay. Merge. Plus. Save. While I was up, I also grabbed some of what I call hippie juice. It's a special tea that has a lot of peace signs and whatnot all over it. That's why I call it hippie juice. So, freshly squeezed hippies, my favorite. Good to have. how's your day going? And you don't have to ask this. What country do you live in? I think you mean answer. My day is going pretty great, and I live in the country of Neptune. Yes, that's the country I am from. Neptune. I see a little bit of a mistake here that I'm going to go ahead and correct just by doing that very lightly, like that. Didn't really need to, but oh well. Now what? See, those were the arms. I just did the belt buckle. It's the last thing is the clothing. Nice country? Yeah. Very good this time of year. What are you making? So this is my own submission to this month's art event. By the way, you can join the art event by joining the Discord down below. In the description down below, I should say. This month's art event is Anxiety Demons. So this is the representation of what gives me, Zodiak, anxiety. And it's a very loose term. Like, you don't have to have an anxiety disorder to participate. It's just what makes you nervous or uncomfortable, or what kind of existential dilemmas might you have. Honestly, I had a few things I could go with, although I don't have any real anxieties. So this is the one I decided to go with, and I'll explain it a bit more in a second, actually, because I'm going to zoom out and kind of showcase why I made certain decisions. And right now I'm just looking at the darkest portions of these clothing. There we go. Let's quickly jump over here. Just do this. Get all this shaded area covered. Oh, Moosh. Moosh, are you okay? It's okay, baby. He was really excited earlier, and so he's a little worn out now. His little heart just can't take how excited he gets. Poor baby. How long do you think you'll be streaming for? Well, seeing as I had to leave in the middle of it, I might actually stream for a bit longer than I was intending. Just to be fair, because I will be editing out that bit where I left. Or at least, if I remember, I will edit it out. I might not remember. Not gonna make that a guarantee. But yeah, so maybe like another hour to an hour and a half. That seems about right, I think. Let's see, I want like a good large area. There we go. I'm just gonna pop that down for now, and then kind of layer below. Try and showcase what I was talking about. So, my anxiety demon is the idea that I don't mind people not liking me. You can hate me, that's fine. What I don't want is people not getting the correct impression of me. If you love me, but it's because you don't know who I am, that bothers me just as much as you hating me for your incorrect idea of who I am. If you want to make fan art for me, I would be super fucking ecstatic. Pardon my, sorry about swearing. I try not to, but sometimes that comes out. But yeah, that'd be amazing. I would super appreciate that. Back to what I was just saying. Sorry, distracted. So my anxiety demon is going to be a facsimile of all the different interpretations of self that I desperately want to avoid people perceiving, but I'm not willing to change how I show myself to avoid them. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be who I am authentically no matter what. If you get the wrong impression from the way I style my hair, while I want to avoid that wrong impression, I don't think it's fair for me to change my hair. So first we have this. When I first made this particular model, I was thinking of it as being just dumbass Zodiac. Although my friends said that they got more of an impression of being angry, which is also accurate. I don't like the idea of coming off as an unreasonably angry person. This one, if I can find there, is more of a, I don't know, like, what did I call it? I called it Zodiac 1, okay. This might just be the standard that I'm modeling everything else off of, but it kind of gives me this impression of, I don't know. A lot of these things I'm going to struggle with putting into words, and for that I'm sorry. Like, wording is hard, and I'm particularly bad at it. But it feels very, not even pretend, just like having false sympathy, almost judgmental. This would be the pleading Zodiac, the pity me, or desperately trying to plead his case kind of Zodiac. This is the I am the superior. I mean, I make a joke about it all the time of, oh, I'm literally a god, because I have really strong self-confidence, but I'm not actually that way. I don't actually want to like put anyone down, and I don't want people to perceive me as putting anyone down or thinking less of others. And there's strong Zodiac. I am especially not an athletic person. I did go on a lot of walks, which means that I can walk for a while, but I'm not athletic, and I'm not gonna... I don't have any real concerns of people perceiving me this way, but nonetheless, I would like to avoid people perceiving me this way. I have a few more models that I need to put into here, which are the versions of Zodiac in his leather jacket, which I do wear a leather jacket, but whatever. And yeah, that is what I'm using to design the anxiety demon. Also, I just realized I made a mistake here that I need to rectify. If I can just do that. X. There we go. Oh, Mush. You okay? It's okay. Oh, baby. Still all worn out. Let's finish with the shadows. Or at least do more of the shadows. Here we go. And yeah, so if you want to submit your anxiety demon, you don't have to share the specifics of it if you're not comfortable with that. Like I said before, the event is purely meant to be a celebration of community and in camaraderie, I would say. If you want to share with one another, that's the idea, is being able to be a part of a community and support one another. And as such, you don't have to share anything that you're not comfortable with. It's purely optional. As it should be. Let's get these parts out of the way. Actually get this whole belt area out of the way. Thinking about it. Here we go. Because I think I can just do that all in one big go. So what I was talking about before about the simplifying to 3 colors per kind of thing is particularly evident with the clothing of there's only going to be 3 shades of black for the pants, the belt, the shirt, the vest, all of it. Which, yeah, it's simple, but if I have too much contrast or detail with those things, I feel like it'll detract from the ultimate kind of message I'm trying to convey. So I'm really seeking to exaggerate particular features, which means I need to underemphasize other features. I'm going to share what my anxiety is to... one second, let me finish this and then I can finish reading that. When I finish this, I just mean like the line I'm currently drawing. Because I want to be able to properly see it and appreciate it. Because sharing your anxieties can be a big deal, and I don't want to undervalue anyone's sharing. Here we go. I'll have to fix that. Let's just go like that. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Move this over a bit so I can see it better. It's being in a pitch black room with no sound, no lights. So sensory deprivation would be your anxiety demon. Yeah, I can see that. I have a thing with isolation, and I can definitely see why that would be a anxiety driving factor. Thank you for sharing. I actually do appreciate that. It would be interesting to see how you would represent that demon as a classic representation of a demon, that being a sentient embodiment of the thing. I'd be very interested in seeing that. I can imagine multiple ways of doing it, but I'm not going to share... Well, maybe I'll share, but I don't want to share just because if you do participate, I don't want to discourage you from doing what you would do normally by like giving you different ideas. So I don't know. I'll spend some time thinking about whether or not it's worth sharing what I think I would do for that. I think a lot of people actually would say that that's a very anxiety-driving thing. The isolation and sensory deprivation and just being truly alone. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised to learn that a lot of people had that same anxiety. Post it in your server just to let you know. Oh, cool. I will check that out as soon as the stream is over. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's do waist up and then waist down, just to kind of save a little bit on time. Or not on time, but on like how much we need. Because if something goes wrong, I don't want to have to do all that again. This way I can save now, and then do the next part. It also breaks it up into more chunks, which makes it feel easier. Let's worry about the highlights now. Go. And I'm trying not to get too wrapped up in perfection. Here we go. Just gotta get it done. Actually, up here. I think I want it to actually go down to like that. There we go. This needs to be a bit lighter, and I can do it like that as well. Okay. God, sometimes it's hard to keep talking. I keep forgetting that I should probably keep talking. It's just, after a certain point, you start realizing that you're kind of out of topics of conversation. Like, I can just keep repeating the same points over and over again, but I don't think anyone wants that. No matter how attractive my voice might be. Let's see, that goes here. There. Here we go. Let's make a little bit of a point there. Here we go. There's more that I need to do though. Sometimes you need to make the call of, it doesn't look like there's really much of a highlight there, but putting a highlight there would better convey shape, so you just need to do it anyways. That one's harder to make the call on. It's easy to say, oh, it's clearly lighter here and clearly darker here. It's harder to say it should be lighter here or it should be darker there. But alas, all we can do is try and improve. That's exactly what I do. There we go. And might as well get this little spot right here too. If I broke into your house, you seem like the type of person who would offer me a cup of tea. Well, you know, that's probably more than you think. After all, I'm not a big fan of coffee. So if I was going to offer you anything, it definitely would be tea. But yeah, I don't get upset very easily. That's a Zodiac-ism. It's a fact about me. Even when I do get upset, I'm generally pretty proud of my ability to maintain my cognitive capabilities and stay within a certain level of rationale. Sometimes it can be a detriment, but overall, I think I would rather be someone with a temper that doesn't go off than someone who is easily enraged. Okay, let's take this as our time to... Well, first let me get this back so I can grab the highlight color. And now we plop. Well, looks like I need to do one more there. Now we plop. If I turn these off, that's what we got so far for this. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's finish up the top half of this clothing. Pretty much just go like this, I think. Yeah, this ought to do it. Having a bit of difficulty down here. No, I think that needs to be a highlight. Okay. Over here. Okay. And let's watch the transformation from that to not that to this. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna take another drink of my hippie juice. That's some good freshly squeezed hippie. This would be an opportunity for me to take the base thing I'm working on and delete it pretty much all the way down to the belt. that's also an opportunity for me to see if there's any holes that I might have missed. Because if I see this shade of gray behind any part of the area I've already worked on, that tells me, hey, I gotta fix that. Fun fact about you: do not say you still better than Sohan drawings, or else your family might be gone. Alright. I will not tell you better than Sohan's drawings. I don't know who Sohan is, but I think I can respect that. I won't even mention Sohan. Wherever they might be. Merge with layer below. Okay. Let's get back to shadows. We're at the final stretch for this particular character. There we go. Hi, Kitty. Kitty's here. She says hi. Love, princess. Come here. Sohan is you? Well, hello, Sohan. Let's... Really, I think you'll also notice that over time I become a bit more fast-paced with this and loose with how I'm placing down the shapes, because I just want it to end. Go. Don't know what it keeps getting caught on, but sometimes it doesn't want to move the cursor, or at least the point that it's trying to put down that line where I want it to. It's a little bit annoying to try and work around, but work around it I shall. There is no stopping me. So there's that. There's that. Okay. Okay. I think that before I end the stream today, I'm going to import the other Jagged models, just so I can show you guys the rest of the models I'm using for this anxiety demon, so that you can have the full we're pretty much as close to a full picture as you can get. This needs to be changed anyways to be like this. Oh wait, I just realized there's a little blip here that I also need to take care of before filling in all the color. There. That's one more layer down. Onto the highlights, and then we can actually finish these pants. Let's start here. Sorry if my zooming in and out is annoying. It's the easiest way I have found to move the screen in this software. If I knew a smoother way of doing it, I would try to get better at doing it, but as of right now, it's the only thing I actually see. It's the only way I've found to do it. You heard that someone is digging up the ground? That's groundbreaking. That's pretty good. That got me. I wasn't expecting that. Well done. I always appreciate a good joke. Even when I don't get them. A large part of my philosophy is that inherently everything is ultimately funny, one way or another. Sometimes you just can't see it in the moment. And I think that jokes are a great way to remind us of that fact. There's that. Okay. Almost done with figuring out the highlights. Just a few more areas to go. Looks like there's a little bit of a highlight going on over here. Yes, someone actually likes your... I mean, hey, more jokes is more good, right? Comedy is meant to be appreciated. I think there's too much of a... I feel like a lot of people have developed this kind of fear of cringe, which saddens me. Honestly, people should be embracing the cringe. Life is too short to be embarrassed by what we find funny. Just enjoy what we enjoy, you know? And on top of that, like I said, wasn't really expecting it, so it got me. I think that's when comedy is the most effective, when you're not expecting it to land, and then it does. Okay. There's the light. Merge. And onto the final layer of the pants. Actually need to skip past this bit because it's leg shape. There we go. Let's get over here and use these things as a reference for where I need to go. To here. And here we are, other side. Almost fully finished. Okay. Let's grab that, pop it down, merge the layers, deselect, and fully remove the layer we've been working off of. Oh. I can see now that there's a spot that I somehow managed to miss. How did that happen? Actually, looks like it's the wrong color, just in general. Why is that? I see what needs to happen. I need to just go here, here. Surprisingly, it's a skin tone color. Okay. We'll grab our mid-tone from up here and add a brand new layer. Right there. That works. Merge down. Delete the old. now got a completed that one, which is the second completed one so far. The first one obviously being this one. I should actually name these. Slash angry. False sympathy. There we go. I can actually save this now. Next, I think I'm gonna... Yeah, the next step would be to show you guys the rest of these. Which would be... Oh, looks like it might only be 4. But that's okay. Insert as many layers. There are 4 versions that have leather jackets. Let's also just make sure they are all in the right order. So, first off, there is the base, which I will need to transform. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Make smaller, bring up here. I'm actually scaling down all the images just to be more conscientious of file size, since that's a problem I find myself running into frequently. So here is the base of the evil... This is what, when I first made this version, it was called Evil Zodiak, which I did for a different event a while ago. I am someone who wears both a leather jacket and a vest, depending on the time of year. As far as I'm concerned, there's 2 times of year. Vest season and jacket season. Right now we're in the middle of jacket season, so this is more accurate to how I actually look. But, yeah, that's just for now. I forgot I never fixed the eyes, so I'll have to remember to do that. And I'm just deleting all this so that I can easily see what's going on around the character as I work. Because I want to keep in mind how it'll look once I have all the characters finished and ready to kind of layer them on top of each other. See, I'm going to clean up the leather jacket models and then end the stream today. So we're kind of in the wrapping up stage. Yeah. Although I don't know if I want to spend all the time cleaning up right now. How much time do I have? Plenty of time. Might as well. If I don't do it now, I might forget later. Sure. Let's see. I'll try and keep it relatively simple though. I feel like I sometimes get too caught up in making each cut as fine as possible. And really I just need to get it over with. Let me try and get into that mentality of just doing it good enough and over with. Go. Moosh, it's okay. Aw. He's also a little tired because he had his some of his teeth pulled recently. Poor puppy baby. once I'm done cutting this, I will take another look at this and kind of talk about what it's supposed to be. Oh, it's okay, babe. Oh. Okay. Mushu. Poodle Bay. Stretch. My kitty is also here. She is very sweet. She's a little princess. Keep getting caught up in trying to make the lines super fine. Don't need to do that, just gotta get it good enough. If it's good enough, it's good enough. Okay. Now let's resize this to be about the right height and move it over to be over here, I think. Well, actually, I should do this in context with all the rest of them. In fact, now that I think about it, let's actually move him over. I think I want him to be more like here. Can be there. Let's spell it like that. Okay. He's pretty perfect. Prayer can be a little bit lower. I called this one Proffer. Strong is now good. Or maybe even more like here. Now. There we go. So that's evil me. The point of that, the version of me that that's supposed to represent is just the guy who's kind of an asshole, where he, again, looks down on others, but it's a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, okay. Because, like, this false sympathy one is more like, it's like the more down-to-earth kind of, that, there's a specific word I'm trying to think of that's not coming to mind. Condescending. Is the more cynical kind of condescending, while this is the still condescending, but much more jovial about how they're condescending. This is the intimidating version. The idea of, I don't want people to think I'm just this tough, rough asshole. don't want people to think I'm trying to intimidate them or be scary in some way. Let's go ahead and this. I feel like he should be more like here. Maybe even a little bit bigger. Now I can clean up a bit more accurately. These look good. Thank you. I made them all using Hero Forge. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do use them quite often to make these kinds of models. Very effective, and they're frequently updating to have more options, which I appreciate. They're not quite at where I would like them to be. I feel like there could be more options, but honestly, there's no other service that's does it better as of right now. So for now, like, can't really ask for more. You know? Like, what am I gonna do? Turn to the other guys that don't do it as well? Nah. They literally are the best service so far for making these kinds of models. At least as far as I have been able to find. The things I think I'm gonna have be consistently sticking out with all of them is definitely going to be well, it's going to be the features that are on my logo, you know. So the hair, beard, and eyes for each of them is going to be something that sticks out prominently. But they're all also going to have something else sticking out. For example, the praying one is going to have his hands that are praying be also featured. Strong guy is going to have his big, strong arm. Probably a lot to do with the hands, honestly. The mad/stupid one's probably going to be his mouth. I'm going to try and have their bodies be mostly outlines that are blending in with one another. And yeah, that's kind of my plan with that. Oops. Here we go. Okay. Almost in a spot where I feel good with the jacket. Okay, enough of that hand is being shown. Kind of want to show off a bit more of that. There. Let's cut here. Oh, Mushu. You getting a good stretch? What a good boy. Kitty is watching very intensely. I don't know if she understands really what I'm doing, but it's nice to see that she's at least interested. There we go. I wonder what our pets' anxiety demons would be. I can imagine dogs just being like their owners walking away from them, but I don't know about cats. What is your anxiety demon, Kitty? So precious. Okay, just about there. Now there are some color discrepancies between the two models, but I'm not using the colors from the leather jacket model. If the only thing I might change, obviously, would be the leather jacket. But other than that, the color of the shoes is going to be the same as the vest version's shoes. Same goes with the eyes. Oh, baby. And the belt. I'm probably going to be removing these studs on this one's belt and add in the cloth loops. Or maybe not. Maybe I will have the studs, because it does kind of go with the jacket more. Well, we'll see. I'm currently undecided on that. The next one will be the more suggestive version of the self, because I am aromantic and I'm not a very sexual person, and as such, one of the things I don't want people perceiving me as is like that, being suggestive and very disrespectful. So this is covering like the disrespectful element as well as that sexual element. Two things that I just do not want people to think that I am. Because I try to be respectful where I can, and try to honor people's comfort levels where I can. Here we go. And upon being done with cleaning all of them up is when I will end today's stream. So we've still got a little while to go, but we're nearing the end. big thing is about all these is that what did one tire say to the other tire? I'm tired. The big thing about this particular anxiety demon is just that the reason why I have this anxiety is because I am very understanding of how people could interpret my personality of being in these ways. I understand that how I look does kind of feed into some of these images, these preconceptions. One of the things that I wanted to convey, but I didn't quite know how, was the idea of the Reddit atheist. I'm not going to get too much into religion, but on one hand, I am agnostic, but I am not the kind of guy where I say, you're wrong, this is the way it is, and I know that for a fact. Because I don't think anyone can know that for a fact. And I don't want people to think that that's the kind of person I am. I don't know exactly how I would convey that for this demon. And maybe I will figure that out before it's too late. And maybe I won't. Either way, pretty happy with how everything's been turning out. Looks like my poodle wants to get down. He's had a bit of enough. And here we go. Should probably be hurrying up, but eh. Okay. Come on. Stretch. I never did fix that one. And let me finish this one up now that I noticed. Oh. Here we go. I'm not falling for that one. That's an old joke. Even I know that one. That's like one of the older jokes in the book. Gonna have to try a little harder than that. Okay. That's finished. That's finished. And then the last one, at least as of right now, is Zodiac smoking. I don't smoke or drink or do anything like that. It's a personal choice. I don't have anything against it for people who do smoke and drink and all that. I just want to avoid it myself. And I'd rather people not just assume that I am a smoker. I've been asked a number of times if I had a lighter on me by people who thought I would. So I guess it's just part of how I look, is I look like someone who might smoke. But that's not who I am. Nothing against the people who do, but stop assuming that I am. Stop assuming that I'm a smoker, you know? Okay. Let's figure out where this guy goes. Honestly, I kind of want to put him further back over here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, if I can grab... I think it's Proffer. Yeah, let's grab this guy. Gonna move him over. We'll grab... not him. This guy. Move him more like down here, shrink him down a little bit. Honestly, I should probably also make him a little bit smaller as well. We'll grab this version. We're gonna put him beneath that, so that I can keep the face in line. He can stay. Let's make him a little bit smaller. Put him over here. Now I actually want to grab this one, move him over to this side, I think. I think the extra room that'll allot me. I'll have to change the order of some things. I'll move him up to here. Going down to here, grab him, move him up a bit, a little to the side, grab this guy, some parts of it that I need to delete, but yeah, don't super care. Move him over is what I meant to say. Grab Stronk Zodiac. Put him there. And finally, the smoker, we can move down here. Okay, let's see. I feel like I'll need something to fill in the space over here. Let's try. Okay, if I move him more like here, we can re-grab Intimidation. Push him back this way. We can grab Zodiac Praying. Move him down a little bit more like here. I think I want one more Zodiac right over here. And we'll figure that out later. First, I'll finish cleaning up this guy, and we can start to end the stream. Here we go. Try and keep it loose, try and keep it simple. It can definitely be a struggle sometimes, you know? I think that's really that. It's the Zodiac army. Yeah, I guess that's one way of looking at it. Whose foot is that? Is that? That must be... It has to be one of the leather jacket ones. So that must be this one, right? No. It's not him. It is that one. Okay, so I kind of want to make him a bit bigger, move him down lower. There. Well, that'll be it for today, I think. So yeah, this is I'm working on my submission for the Zodiac, or I'm working on my submission for this month's event on the Discord. You can join the event on my Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description. If you want to participate, you know, just go down there. I want to just say how much I appreciate each and every person who is live or is watching me after the fact. Either way, you do so much for this channel, you do so much for me, and my heart can't express enough how much appreciation I have for you. Thank you so much for joining and taking the time out of your day to watch my stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next time.